Dude, oh man. Okay. I don't see it yet on yield page. Let me do a little refresher. Click the refresh button. Dude, it's not fucking there, dude. There it is. Whoa. I clicked on it.
Thank you for tuning in to Bro Talk Radio. This is your host, Bro Sidon.
Uh,
Special guest this week is the Professor of Love. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
oh wait, why am I the professor of love? This has gone to a direction that I was not prepared for. Hi, I'm the professor of love, prepared to be taught lessons in love. I don't have anything to add. Dude, this level of improv is too high for me, my dude. I don't know how to keep this going and make it funny. Like I just don't. Like, what is this professor of love bullshit? I don't understand what's even happening.
I am just dying over
Wait,
here.
wait, 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 wait. Okay, so does this game take place during the Chamber of Secrets?
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
literally this game. This game follows the storyline of Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, this
Okay.
is
So
Harry
he's
being like, God, I'm stuck. I can't wait to go back to
he's
Hogwarts. And
he's
there's the
he's
iron
already a lizard.
bars.
He's already a lizard.
Yeah, he's already a lizard. He's been a
Dude, okay.
lizard for a while, Larry.
Dude, nice.
So I like walk over here
Okay.
and I look at stuff and I think I
Okay.
try to leave. Mm, oh no, I sit down on my bed. That's right. And
So
this
here's the thing.
fucking monster shows up.
I'm watching like what looks to be several like almost a minute behind for some reason.
You gotta
Even
check your
though
bar.
I am no. My bar is at 000. Like this is just oh shit. Yeah, we're like 30 seconds behind. No big deal. And that's Dobby. That's not a monster. It,
Oh,
it
it's a
looks like a
monster.
monster. It looks like a monster. Like it's like whatever this like 16 by 32-bit nonsense is. It looks fucking terrible and horrifying and like a nightmare creature. And honestly, the portrait is also kind of a nightmare. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
mean
this
Harry's
game.
a nightmare.
Oh no, Harry! Oh no! Oh no! And like his lightning bolt is the same color as his hair for some
Yeah.
reason. Also, this is movie version of Harry Potter where his thunderbolt isn't centered,
Yes.
which I think is a better design visually, but to describe it, it makes better sense to be centered. It's like actually like I think a good adaptation, like
Yeah,
even
like
though it's
in a
objectively
visual
wrong.
medium, it makes it's better to follow like a 1/3 rule on it.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree.
But also Merlin deck or Morgan Le Fay.
Uh, I don't know, man. I don't have an answer for that.
Purple or
Probably
red? Purple or orange?
or purple or orange, dude. Purple, easy.
Okay. Merlin it is.
Oh, dude, is this a deck building game? Also, both of those fucking things are nonsensical. Like these sprites, like
Oh yeah,
who are
totally.
these people? I mean, and also Merlin and Morgan Le Fay are both like uh wizards from different chronologies.
Yes, but in this universe, they all existed at one point or another.
I see.
Yeah.
Dude, that was actually like a pretty sweet cutscene. I'm like pretty into this.
Yep.
They did like a
Then we
pretty
get
good
in
job on
trouble
it.
for flying the car because the
Yeah,
flying
because you're
car
not
is
supposed to
illegal.
yeah, you're not supposed to fly cars. Honestly,
Yep.
like Arthur Weasley is one of my favorite characters because he's like, I'm just like a government worker, but also, I think that Muggles are really funny and they've got technology, and technology plus magic is probably just better than magic.
Except in this universe, trying to fuse the two is not easy. It's why it takes so much work, and it's also why they specifically mention, I believe, in the story that this is like a pre 1976 Ford Anglia or something,
Yeah, it's
which
not like
it
new
doesn't have the
technology.
computer and whatnot in it because like like a non-film camera would just fry itself if you did any magic to it or took it into Hogwarts, which has like, I don't know, some sort of anti-tech field.
So like I read those books and I don't remember any clauses like that at all. Although
I read
like
them
that's
multiple times over, and it's not so much a clause that's specified, but just something that's like it's got a couple of one-liners in it, basically.
so here's the
The
thing about Harry
chains
Potter.
aren't there.
I love Harry Potter. I grew up with it. I've read all the books. I have not watched all the movies because I didn't really care for the ones after like the fourth or fifth one. I just
Once
was
I was
out of it.
not a little child, I did not
Yeah.
care for them either.
Yeah, I was not like the movies like they're okay, but like the books like I grew up with them. I read all of them cover to cover. It was great. However, once when I was in college, I wrote an essay about why Twilight is better than Harry Potter, and this is a hot take because I don't actually mean that literally, right? Like
Right.
Harry Potter is in every way better than Twilight, except for one way, and that's the criteria that I base this paper on. And the criteria is the magic system in Harry Potter is
Mm,
dog shit. I hate it. It is so bad. There are no limits or requirements other than just have magic blood and waving wand. There's not even really that much skill. Like it's swish and flick and say a word. Okay, and now I have infinite power. That's pretty cool. That's fucking lame. Uh,
oh,
like
look at
it's
me
fine.
just accost a young woman in her bedroom.
Don't fucking do that shit, man. That's fucking creepy.
She has a crush
Uh,
on me though, and she's only a year younger than me in the fiction of this story.
yeah, dude. And Jenny is great, but I don't know. It's like,
Also, it may be hard for people to follow along. What I'm picking up mostly is random items, but also different witches and wizards cards, which you can use in combat to do like powerful moves, I guess.
dude, is
Which
this a
weird.
deck building game?
Uh, no.
No.
Mostly it's just an RPG. The deck building asset is just for like one specific move set that can help you out. You'd mostly save them for boss fights
I
because they
see.
expend cards, which are kind of hard to get and
I see.
monetary in value. One of the cool things you're about to see combat in a second here.
Okay.
But one of the cool things is the more you use a spell, the sooner you learn the upgraded version of the spell.
Ah, I see.
Um, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, dude.
I think
Like
it's
you're
a cool
actually
mechanic.
learning thing. Yeah, like you're getting better at that spell, and
Hmm.
that's what unlocks the upgraded version.
I also like that you basically get a level after the first fight because, oh god, they start you with no HP. Holy shit, 30? Are you kidding me? You get like 11 a level.
Yeah, dude.
It's
You beat up the monsters, and you got a new level and bunch of stats.
yup. The best thing about it is the reason they're all like toasters and shit is because of
Arthur Weasley
Arthur
fucking around.
Weasley fucking it up, fucking around with magic and toasters.
Dude, that reminds me of the
Also,
toaster
there's a
from
ghoul.
The Big Empty.
He wants chains.
Dude, give him some fucking chains, dude.
Yep, I will. If talking to him spawns the chains. I don't know if talking to him spawns the chains.
Well, that I don't know what to tell you, man. But you need to give him some fucking
It's
chains,
either
dude. At
talking
this
to
rate.
him or going to bed, but I don't want to miss it because this is the start of a long series of quests or item
Dude,
fetching.
that is a whisk.
Yep, it is a whisk. It's a hand operated whisk that has been magically
And it's a
enhanced
hand
to, yeah.
operated mechanical whisk. Like you spin it instead of just using your wrist. It's the same motion too. Like it doesn't even save anything. Dude,
Hey,
this
the
is very
chain
silly.
spawned. Also, it
Oh, it's
looked like
actually
my face was covered in blood.
oh, that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Dude, I like Harry Potter's like jump animation after the fight's over.
Oh yeah, they all jump up and down, and it's super cute. EA, who are the people who made this game
Uh-huh.
for Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
uh, did an excellent job.
Yeah, but EA is dog shit. I
Oh, he
mean,
also gives you a card.
they didn't like used to be though.
No.
At
Also,
least not
there's a lot of loot up
really.
here. Also, there's rats.
Also,
Rats.
there's rats. Fuck those rats, dude. I mean, don't. So that's fucking weird, but like
I
whatever.
mean, you'd get something besides coronavirus, but it wouldn't be any more fun than coronavirus.
Dude, it really would not be more fun than coronavirus. Okay, so Harry Potter is one of those things that like
Ah,
I have really strong opinions about it, and those opinions are, man, I wish I could read those books again, like as a child,
without
because that was
having
great.
to be an adult and
Yeah.
know them and
Well,
have
yeah.
adult opinions about things.
Yeah, because here's the like. Okay, so when I was in college, I studied English. I was an English major, and so I read a fuckload of books. That was just like part of my life. And one of my friends, her name is Anna. She's fucking cool and great. And if she had Twitter, I would plug her here, but she doesn't. And if she does, whatever. Moving along, she read those books for the first time.
Right.
Uh, and I went to a school that was like pretty upper middle class white only, basically. And so basically everyone in the entire school had read all of those books.
Hmm.
Uh, and so she would like sit in the cafe reading a Harry Potter book, and people would come up to her and be like, "Yo, I fucking love these books. How many times have you read them?" And she's like, "This is my first." And the thing is like the look on people's faces, like hearing that and just like the longing for that feeling of being able to read those books for the first time again
Oh
is
yeah,
like,
totally.
dude, it's and like I don't necessarily have a feeling that strongly about Harry Potter with that, but there are lots of books that I wish that I could like go and reread blind and just like discover them again because of how fucking great they were. And this is just like that for a lot of people. So I don't necessarily want to like shit on Harry Potter because like I like Harry Potter, but like there's some dumb shit there.
There's a lot of shit to unpack. Yeah.
Like let's give this 14-year-old girl these ridiculously overpowered magical artifacts just so she can take an extra class. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
And then after
Also, why do
realizing
they
how
keep like 5,000 of them on hand at the Ministry of Magic or some shit? And the
yeah,
reason they can't use them in later books is they get blown up during the raid at the end of like book 4 or 5
yeah.
or whatever.
But here's the problem, right? Is that there were 5,000 of them, which means that someone knows how to make them.
Right.
So, and like okay, like the Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone, depending on localization, like that one was special because it was made by like a legendary wizard and he made one of them and he's like, fuck you, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not making another one. Like, okay, like within the context of the universe, that makes sense to me. But if you have 5,000 of something, someone has written down how to do this and more than one person has made one.
Right. Like it's
And
it's
so,
physically possible to learn how to make one.
yeah. Dude, are you just trying to beat Ron in a bunch of random contests right now?
No, this is specifically a set of mini games to
Dude,
emulate
Ron,
denoming the garden because you
Ron just like totally destroyed you on that throw.
it's I don't I think it's because I'm playing it at double speed on my completely legitimate hardware.
Yeah,
Uh
dude, absolutely.
but because I'm playing it at double speed, it's basically you have to tap A and B as fast as you can to get uh your spinning speed up. So since I'm
Uh,
playing at double speed, it's thinking
it's
my inputs are like half as fast as they really are.
so what you're saying is that you should go to like 1/4 speed and just mash the fuck out of them.
Yeah, like if I slowed it down to 15 frames a second or something, I would set a high score, but that would be cheating. And I was reverse cheating and playing on hard mode. And
Yeah,
that's my
so like,
excuse.
is it gonna make you do it again?
I can choose to do it again.
Oh, well, fucking don't. I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna make you do it again because you lost.
No.
Like you have to beat Ron. No, no, dude. Okay, his face,
You
like his
just
smiling,
collect mini games.
his smiling face is fucking terrifying.
Also, now I can cast this spell that tells me everything about a creature, including uh
Its
whether or
weakness.
not it eats poop. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that joke. It wasn't any good.
I don't know, but the Harry Potter's walk cycle kind of freaks me out. He like nods his head.
It's because he's falling asleep. Because he has
Dude,
messy hair.
He's
And,
vulnerable
and
to
that's how
wind
it
and
works.
sparks.
Yeah, Fliplendo. Fliplendo Uno.
Vermilius Uno,
Yeah,
which is just one red thing, is what that means.
well, they use the Uno Duo Trio is just something made up for this game,
It's not.
obviously.
It's not Uno dos tres.
Yeah, no, it's
Uno duo trio.
yeah, I believe so.
Dude, it's too bad it's not eins, zwei, drei.
That would go even further against the whole like Latin is the language of magic
Dude, you
bullshit.
fucked up your flu powder.
Yeah, and I ended
It's
up
the
in
wrong place.
diagonally.
Dude, I honestly hate that pun. Like, at first I was like, I don't get this pun, and I think it's dumb because I'm a stupid,
When I
like,
figured it out as an
7-year-old.
8-year-old, I thought I was the coolest kid on the block.
Dude, once I figured it out, I was like, this is actually kind of dumb. And I don't know why I had that opinion because everything else about this series I was totally about. Like, even though Quidditch is kind of a
Ah,
stupid game,
shit.
dude, Quidditch is the fucking bomb,
If
dude.
you
So
die
fucking cool.
here, you don't get to explore all of the places,
I
and
see.
you miss out on the items because you can only come here once per playthrough. And I don't. This is how you run. I am not able to escape. Yay! Let's see if I can kill him because he's
Dude, he's great.
no, I'm poisoned. I'm
You're gonna
fleeing.
leave now.
Yeah, I want to get the items because I'm fucking weird and I've played this game too much and this game has no meaning to me if I don't collect every single item in it anymore.
Dude, are you still poisoned after the fact?
No.
Okay, it's not like Pokemon where you have to like find an antidote so otherwise Harry Potter dies.
Yeah, no.
That would be a really fucking stupid way to game over.
You also always either wake up at the next story point or like the nurse's office.
Dude, honestly, I think it's really funny. It's like you died, so now you're going to the next story point. Just like keep failing forward until you win.
Well, you only fail forward in this area because if you pass out or die or whatever you want to call it, Hagrid comes and gets you, which happens if you walk right here. So, yeah.
I see. Dude, I
Oh,
like how this like random alley just has like a bunch of monsters just like walking about and no one's doing anything about it. Like I know
apparently
that
the
you're in like
stream
this.
died,
Oh,
I think. Did
dude,
it?
I'm still
Oh,
watching
no.
it. We'll see in 30
It
seconds.
got scrolled. It got scrolled. Never mind.
Dude, it's still there. You're talking to Hagrid.
Yeah.
Ari, I come here looking for flesh-eating slug repellent, and what do I find?
I'll save everyone the story they've probably already seen in
Because
better
it's literally just
forms.
the Chamber of Secrets.
Yep. Ron joined my
Spoilers.
group though.
Okay, so the Chamber of Secrets is actually one of those things that like legitimately pisses me off about like the J.K. Rowling Twitter. Because J.K. Rowling once tweeted that their wizards used to shit themselves, right, and then just unpoop themselves, right?
Did she actually tweet that?
This is a real thing that actually legitimately
Are
happened.
you
I'm gonna see if I
sure?
no, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna like obviously we're not gonna like put this into the stream, but I'm gonna find
Also,
it and I'm
you.
gonna verify.
I mean,
Oh, J.K. Rowling,
so
Rowling shit.
you know what's cute is if you buy a jersey here, you give it to Ron. And Ron's like, dude, I'm your poor friend, and you just bought me a jersey. Thanks, man. Here, have this random football card. A
Okay.
muggle football card from a pack of chewing gum I got.
Okay, it wasn't actually posted from the official J.K. Rowling Twitter. It was posted from the official Wizarding World Twitter, which is I mean, Rowling operates, but Hogwarts didn't always have bathrooms. Before adopting Muggle plumbing methods in the 18th century, witches and wizards simply relieved themselves wherever they stood and vanished the evidence. I didn't realize that it said 18th century. I just thought it said that wizards would shit themselves and then would make it go away. But like the whole like premise of the Chamber of Secrets is that there's a bathroom.
Yeah, and there's been a
And
bathroom
like
since
yeah,
like the beginning of the cuz
since Moaning Myrtle certainly, and I don't know like what the canon is on her death, but she's been there a long time.
well, Moaning Myrtle was killed by Voldemort, and Voldemort is not excessively old. Like the older people in uh the stories all
Mm.
are around the same age as Voldemort because Voldemort went to the school and then I don't know how many years after graduating started the whole war that killed Harry's parents and whatnot. Um,
Well, that
so
was
it was only like 10, 15 years ago when Moaning Myrtle was killed. Or not 10,
did
15,
no, because
like
like
30 or
did he
40.
graduate? Did he graduate from
It-
Hogwarts?
he might have been expelled in his 6th year or something stupid.
Because like I have a feeling that it takes a little bit longer than like a year to form the Death Eaters and then
Yeah,
go on and
that's
really
why
go
I
into
changed
war.
it to like 30, 40 years
Yeah,
ago, I
but so
think is what
okay,
it was.
I guess I get it. Like that makes sense. And the other thing is that like the reason that they find the room of requirement is because Dumbledore tells them that one time he needed to take a dump and the room of requirement was like, I'm a bathroom right now.
Yeah, but that's because he knew what a bathroom was.
No, I know, and it's just like it, that particular thing is just like something to meme about, but it also just kind of pisses me off that you would even like add that to the mythos.
Right, because like,
So I choose to believe that it's not canon because it's not in the books, and if it's not in the books, then fuck you, it's not real.
yeah, because the other thing is like, I don't know anyone who would just shit themselves and teleport it away rather than also because like teleporting shit is explained to be quite difficult as they don't even let you attempt to teleport yourself
Yeah,
uh
dude.
until you're like f- fucking 17 or 18. Like it's literally like car age. Like can you drive a car?
Yeah,
Yep. Okay, you can
it's a
learn how to
it's a
teleport.
little more dangerous than a lot of other spells because like you can atomize yourself wrong.
Right.
Oh man, and then like people use flu powder because it's fucking easier.
Yeah. Like that's the whole thing. Like people use the flu network because it's easier than teleporting along with your family members because people like it's a hard spell.
Yeah, dude. Like I totally get it. I think that I don't know, man. I just have a hard time when authors are just like, I'm going to explain something that I didn't explain in the book. Uh, and to me, that is revisionist history and not fucking real. And if it's not in the book, fuck you. But that's just, like how I feel about things, man. So,
Right.
which, I mean, it's whatever.
So Ron is stupid and he can't cast the spell that lets you learn about your enemies, but you and Hermione can.
Uh, I mean, it makes sense that Hermione gets it, and it makes sense that he doesn't get it. Although that kind of spell is something that I would probably only give to Hermione, like to give her a set of utility, unless she has utility elsewhere.
She has utility elsewhere and also is not always in your party. So it's better
Uh,
to have Harry
I mean,
know
it,
it
it does
too.
make sense that because like Harry is like at least in my reading of the series, like clearly the best combat mage out of the trio.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Hermione's probably a better all-rounded wizard than Harry, like he's much better in combat just from sheer experience.
Yeah. Uh, and as far as that goes as well, in this they kind of just went with the three general archetypes. Ron because they made him kind of like a self-harming barbarian
Oh,
because he in the book he breaks his wand with the Whomping Willow near the beginning.
yes.
and like
Doesn't have
that's
the money to replace it.
yeah, so they just like tape it up with spell tape or some shit.
Yeah, and it kind of works, but like
Not all
it's
the
a rough
time.
year.
Yeah, so he has a chance to like backfire, but he also does the biggest numbers
Mm,
for the most part, if I remember this game right, or is
that's
at least
that's
on
actually like
par with
kind of cool.
Harry.
That's actually like kind of cool. Like I like that. It's just like this character is bad because he's written to be kind of bad, and I think that's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the thing is that like Ron isn't like bad. He's just like
Also, I might be wrong, but I
normal.
swear that it's either impossible for him to learn the third level spells of certain spells, or he just has such a slow learning speed it just never happens.
See, and the thing is that like I like Ron. Ron is one of my favorite characters because I think that he makes a pretty good like normal person to like contrast the rest of the world against.
Yeah, because he is like fairly normal for
I mean,
a
he's kind
wizard
of bumbling.
society.
I mean, he's like kind of bumbling, but like in a decent way. Like it makes sense, and
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, it makes sense to me. Is his spell list like drastically different than yours?
No, everyone
Okay,
has the same basic spell list.
okay. So what was the point of the choice between purple and orange?
You get different starting card combos for your
Uh,
card deck thing that I haven't used yet.
I see. I take it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah, I generally don't use them, but I'm also like more okay with dying in my old age than I was as a child, so I don't try as hard to keep myself alive.
I have given up on life, and so I just like whatever. It's cool.
Like,
That
you
makes me really
know.
happy. Oh man, that's great. I think that's really funny. Dude, Harry gained a new level. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Ron can throw another human being,
Dude,
aka
that's actually
his rat, that in later books is, well, in the next.
revealed to be a dude.
Yeah, just a dude that's been sleeping in his bed for years.
Ugh.
Gross. Just like,
Ugh.
God, Peter pedophile.
Dude, okay, so the thing about Wormtail is that like that's not something that I have ever thought about because that reveal happened for me when I was like 10 or
I think
so.
they bring it up in the book. Like Ron's like, no, fuck, you've been sleeping in the same bed as me? Ugh, gross, get
Yeah,
away.
like I didn't like internalize that that was just fucking gross and creepy and totally fucked up until after the fact.
Yeah, I mean I probably didn't connect it as much as I would today with how creepy it was. I probably felt it was creepy, but
Yeah, cuz like I knew all about that and like the whole thing cuz there's the whole quadruple of shapeshifters that
mhm.
happens in the third book. And I don't remember what they were called, but I do remember that they said that they solemnly swear that they're up to no good.
Uh it was the Marauders map, so I guess they called their group like something about
And
Marauders.
they all had like different names. So there was Wormtail and Mooney and two others. One
So
of which,
Mooney was a werewolf.
yes, that was
Uh
Professor Lupin.
yup. The what did they call Sirius? Because he was the one who could transform into a
Into a dog.
wolf, or yeah, a big black dog.
Uh,
Harry's dad could turn into a deer, and that's why Harry's Patronus shows up as a deer.
yeah, dude. Padfoot and Prongs.
Ah, yes, the antlers, and then dogs have
Yeah.
pads on their feet.
Yeah, it was Mooney, Wormtail,
British
Padfoot,
have
and
bad
Prongs.
nicknames.
Uh, I mean, like, I'm not gonna say that because I don't have that much experience with the British nicknaming system. However,
So on Top Gear, the Jeremy Clarkson,
okay,
former host of Top Gear,
and
his
current host of
nickname
some
was
Amazon thing.
yeah, his name was or his nickname is Jezza, Jezza, and I also think it should be illegal for any British person or any country that calls Z Z to use the letter in a way that would have a Z sound instead of a Z sound. They should have said Z is his nickname.
I mean, okay, like I see where you're coming from because I also find that infuriating, but
It's
like
just
Zed
so
is objectively
stupid.
better.
No.
Like I disagree on that point. However, Jezza is a strange nickname for someone whose name does not even remotely resemble Jez.
I know. It's like
Um,
Jeremy. They
at
call
least it's
Hammond Hamster, but I mean he's short and his last name starts with Ham. Hamster.
yeah. So like the other thing though is that like you
Also, I
forget
hate
about
this
Jet.
fucking feint. So, in this part, he walks off that way, but if you follow the fucking goblin to the left, it's a dead end. You just gotta turn the fuck around. It no. Ah.
Okay, so like we just talked about like how the British have bad nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, you have not watched any anime. Uh, there is, and I started watching this is gonna like date me is just like extremely behind the times. But I watched this anime the other day while I was, doing responsible adult things.
Masturbating.
Uh, no, I was watching anime, and there was a show, and they had to explain everyone's nicknames because of how ridiculous they were. Like one of them was like, "Oh, it's President Cosmos. Why is her name Cosmos? Well, if you flip the first syllable with the first syllable in her last name and her first name, and then you kind of like twiggle it around a little bit, it kind of sounds like Cosmos." So we're just gonna call her President Cosmos. And I'm like, hello? Like her name is not even remotely similar to that, dude. I'm gonna look up all these nicknames because they're really dumb. Uh,
Oh god, I wish I had a better move. Better moves.
President Cosmos's real name is Sakura Akino, which has nothing to do with Cosmos.
I think I'm
Like
gonna
it's
use
fine.
one of the special moves because otherwise I'm not gonna survive this fight, and I want to survive this fight for the XP.
Yeah, dude.
So you're
It's
gonna
important.
see a card attack that heals you,
Dude,
that
nice.
replenishes magic. Broom Doom. Broom Doom will do.
Broom Doom.
Broom Doom. Deal doom to the broom.
That did 0 damage.
It did. That wasn't Broom Doom.
I
You're
know it
behind the
wasn't Broom
times.
Doom.
But I got
I'm
3 Wiggenweld potions.
Whoa, Broom Doom.
I'm just gonna go heal because this is how I play games when I can fast forward them.
Yeah, dude. I totally get it. I need to go to the other characters so I can see all of their stupid nicknames. Okay. So there's the main character's name is Amatsuyo Kisaragi, and his nickname is Joro.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm trying to see if it's gonna explain the why the nickname because they explain it in the show. Um, but it doesn't seem like they're going to in this shitty thing. Why does this wiki thing have an ability for this man? This man has no abilities.
Maybe
Like
his ability is feet because wiki feet.
no man like okay, so he doesn't have any special abilities. However, the nemesis as the normal park bench is actually real life. Like this show is actually like pretty funny, and I kind of recommend it. It's like pretty bad because most anime is like pretty bad. But if you like anime, that's what I'm saying.
AK, if you have bad taste.
Which I do, like pretty objectively. Like I'm willing to
God
come
damn
out
it.
here and admit it. Like I'm watching the current anime season for the first time in like 3 years because of the coronavirus. That's where we're at right now.
Dude,
Because I
I.
I hadn't watched anything forever, and then it was just like, hey, it's coronavirus time. You better you know, figure some shit out. Dude, I like these like monster animations. I think they're really fun. Like this zombie that you're fighting on my screen, fucking cool.
It's
dude.
called a ghoul.
He looks like a zombie. I'm sorry.
Ghouls are just things that eat dead flesh.
That like qualifies as zombie, I think.
Well, they don't have to be dead. A ghoul can be a living thing that eats dead flesh.
Yeah, but so like not all ghouls are zombies, but all zombies are ghouls.
I mean, maybe.
Because like if the definition of a ghoul is something that eats rotting flesh, or
Zombies would certainly do that once in a while.
yeah,
That doesn't really
any
do anything, and it
so like
wastes a turn.
does that make vultures ghouls?
I don't know. That's a question for the medieval scientists.
Is a vulture a ghoul? I googled that and it actually tried to like ask if vultures are ghosts. Oh man. Okay, so is a vulture a ghoul?
Is Vulture
Comes,
real?
is vulture real?
How
Comes
can
up with like
Vulture be real if our eyes aren't real?
the vultures have a page on the Scooby-Doo fandom.com/wiki/vultures.
That's a very important site, I might add.
The two vultures live in the building of Miss Grimwood's finishing
Why?
school for ghouls.
Why do the potions in this game only heal 30 stamina points?
Stanima?
Yeah, like
Dude, what is
it's
this?
nothing.
Okay, so this is very important, and I'm gonna interrupt what you're saying to ask what the fuck is this CG Scooby Doo shit on both wings of this site? It kind of freaks me out. They're like really bad CG, and somebody is dressed like a Superman, but more bird themed. I I'm greatly confused.
See, the problem is this doesn't translate to good content for a stream because nobody could see that.
No, I know that, but like I'm so confused. Okay, so apparently, oh dude, there's a movie coming out on May 15th. That's not gonna be something that I'm gonna be able to go to.
I don't.
Uh,
Apparently, they're just um like you can new movies that are coming out are just being given to the or they're signing
like
deals
Hulu
with
and
cable
Netflix and stuff.
providers. No, they're signing deals with cable providers, and you can like it'll be on demand for like $20. You can watch the movie once,
Oh.
which isn't a bad deal if you were like a
If you
family.
were just gonna go out to do the thing anyway, it's like way cheaper than going to the movie theater. Well, like
Also,
for just me, it's like the whole half the point I go to a movie theater is for the popcorn.
and the big ass screen
Yeah, and the big ass screen, but like I don't
and
know.
the
Okay.
multi-thousand-dollar audio system that's way better than my TV.
So full disclosure, we both used to work in a movie theater.
I deny that fact.
Uh, okay, you can deny it all you want, but you did. Um, like that's fine. You can deny it, but that's how we met. So like whatever. Um, and I gotta tell you, like after having stopped working there several years ago, I have come back around to movie theater popcorn, because it used to be that my diet was movie theater popcorn, frozen pizza, and Dr Pepper.
Yeah,
Um,
mine was Taco Bell, movie theater
oh yeah,
popcorn, and Diet Mountain Dew.
yeah, dude. Also Taco Bell, but
Yeah.
that was like my whole diet for a little while. Like this is
It's
not great.
horrifying the things popcorn can do to your body.
Ugh, and like the amount of kernels that I have scooped out of my fucking teeth,
Ugh. It's
feels so
so
fucking bad,
bad.
dude. Oh my god. But
And when you
like,
get like a kernel like in your gum line and you're just like,
dude,
I would rather yank out all of my teeth like that fucking weird Edgar Allan Poe poem. Oh,
I'm actually like with you 1,000% on that. Like,
it's
it's
so
literally
painful.
it's the worst shit ever. And the thing is that like I continued to do it because it was free and we were getting paid fucking nothing.
Right.
Uh,
And free food is food. and
Yeah,
thus
fucking-
worth it.
full disclosure. I was fucking destitute while working at the movie theater.
That movie
It
theater
was,
does not pay anyone enough to live. I have no idea how that one guy
dude.
is
It was
still,
not.
like, he's still there.
Dude, are we talking about who I think we're talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about you think we
Dude,
are.
he got promoted, and also he was on a different contract. I'm pretty like he had PTO and shit. I'm pretty sure he made like
He
actual
was
money.
grandfathered into the PTO, but I do not think he like. I can't remember. This is like pay information, so I can't really talk too much about it either.
No, no, but like he
Uh,
also
I don't think he
definitely got
was getting
promoted.
that much, honestly. And yeah, I did hear he got promoted.
I think they probably made him promote because I don't think that he wanted to.
No, he didn't. He just, well, it was time. It was just like either you get a promotion and you stay here, or like you really need to find something else, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like it was time. He'll do fine as like, I don't know. He never
Dude,
wanted to learn projection, but I feel like he would be best as projection manager.
like if he was in charge of projection, he would do like a really good job. I
Like
think
the booth would be probably the best run it's ever been if he was
it would
running the booth.
probably because the man has organizational skills, and the fact that he's like working at that theater still is simultaneously baffling and crazy to me. Like, dude, like you have the chops for like a real job. You've been in charge of like 60 people at a time. Like, go get a real job. Because that's the thing.
Right.
They pay you dog shit at the movie theater, but also expect you to be in charge of like 20 or so 16-year-olds at any given time.
Oh yeah. Like when you're like an area supervisor, how it worked is you would have the regular peons, right? And then you would have like a direct supervisor for each of the three areas, those three areas being the box office where tickets are being sold, the concession stand for the food, and the ushers, the janitors, basically, the people cleaning up. But on like busy days, there would be 14 or 15 people in the concession stand and like 20 people ushing. You really did need to have some amount of managerial skill to control like that many 16-year-olds.
Dude, and the thing is that they're all like 16.
Yeah, that
At
was
least
the
it felt like
worst.
it really felt like they were all 16. Like I know that they were all like between 16 and like 20 or so, but they all felt like they were 16. Like I found out the other day that Tab is like 23, but like in my mind that's not possible.
I mean, when we were working there, she would have still been like 17.
Oh, that's well, when I was there she had her 18th birthday, but like
Yeah.
the thing is that like I don't know if you've ever had to be in charge of 20 16-year-olds, but fucking
It's not
god damn
fun.
it. So the other thing though is that like I think that different direct supervisors had different experiences. Like because like I never had a problem. Like people always basically did what I told them to do.
Mhm.
But I also just tried not to be an asshole about it. I don't know. It probably helped that I was a little older and a
Mhm.
dude. Because I knew that there was like some people. Like I remember. Do you remember? Fuck, what's that guy's name? Um,
I remember having to tell someone off who I was training to stop being such a fucking creep with the girls, and I thought he did, but then he got in trouble for it, so he was still a fucking creep with the girls, I guess.
dude, I
You
think I
know
know
who
who you're
I'm
talking.
talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
We
about, and I
played
had
D
that
and D with him.
yeah, and I had like several conversations with him about it. I was like, dude, you need to fucking chill the fuck out, dude. Like, I've had like some of our female coworkers come up to me and like ask me to have this conversation with you, and I'm having this conversation with you, and like next step is
Having this
like
conversation with a
conversation with
manager.
yeah, like a real like with the guy, with the main guy. So
Yeah,
like, and he
the
didn't fucking
GM.
do it, and so like the next time they came up to me, I was like, you're just gonna have to tell fucking the guy, because like
Yup.
I've done what I can, and this is like I'll back you up because I believe you, and we've already had this conversation, and also I've kind of seen it and didn't step in, and I should have, but like, dude,
Yeah, like the first time I saw it, I directly stepped in and just went, "How about you just don't? Because
how
that's
about
gonna cause a problem for you,
just
like
stop?
real
Like
easy."
It's just not. Look, man, just treat women like people. This is not a hard thing. I don't I don't get it.
I don't remember what I'm entirely supposed to be doing right now.
Dude, we went down the movie theater rabbit hole, and we have tried to keep people anonymous to the best of our ability. I'm sure that if anyone watches this, having worked with us, will know literally exactly who and what
Oh,
we're talking about at all
totally.
times.
But
But
like
everyone else is gonna be like, "Who are these people, and why do we care about them?" Like, I don't fucking care about your experiences working at that theater for like 4 or 5 years, which, like, in retrospect, feels fucking like a fucking ancient situation.
right. Well,
Ugh.
look, I I'm always interested to hear like Danny talking about weird shit in his past, so
Yeah.
hey,
No, for
somebody
sure.
will be interested in it, even if it's just background noise.
Absolutely, dude. So here's the thing that happened recently
But
is
hot tip,
hot
movie
tip.
theaters, great if you want to be involved in a gross orgy swamp, but not great if you want money.
So here's the real thing about movie theaters is that, like, if you're in high school and you want a job, dude, oh my god, it's the best shit ever. I cannot recommend it more.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
the
the
amount of
free
fun.
movies, the cheap popcorn, you can bring your friends. They won't get free tickets, but you
I mean,
know,
yes, they will.
I mean, you get a couple
You can
free
save them
tickets a
up,
month.
dude. It's like enough to like take your friends to the movies like every now and again, which is like pretty cool. Um, and like for a high school job and like the people who you're going to be working with, they're about the same age. You're going to meet a bunch of new people. It's going to be fucking great. If you're post college like I was, don't. It's a waste of time. Get a real job like
Right.
I did. So like it's fine. Streaming is not my job, thankfully.
We would not be paying any bills.
Literally zero bills would be getting paid right now. Although I did get my freedom dividend, um, because, and I don't want to get all political, but I do gotta say, this is a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's things to be said that aren't going to be said on this channel, so.
Yeah, absolutely. However, um,
Sidestepping conversation 101.
so okay, so bad segue ahead. So I met someone on the internet, because for no reason, Corona is the best time to meet girls, apparently.
I
Um,
mean, I wish I got that memo.
but like, dude, just do the thing. The problem is, right, is that like, sure, I met someone and we are talking, and we have just moved past the talking on the website and talking on our actual real life phone numbers.
Mm-hmm.
However, um, I gotta say, it is kind of a huge drag that we can't see each other literally at all.
Right.
Like, maybe if it comes to the point where we like actually want to be serious, but that's like a long ways off. So it's probably not gonna happen for a while, which I think is like it's okay. So my feeling on this matter is that it's simultaneously tragic and hilarious, and it's tragic in like a pretty lame way. Like, there's clearly much worse shit going on, that
Mm-hmm.
like this is what I'm thinking about during this time. uh yeah. Like, my first world like, I'm still getting paid, and like I have first world problems, and there are people who have like very serious shit going on in their lives. uh it feels kind of bad, dude. Is this tree a boss? It kind
Yep.
of feels like a boss.
That tree was a boss.
Dude, nice. It looks like Ron is almost dead.
Ron did almost die, but I couldn't be bothered to heal him because he's unimportant.
Dude, I mean, it's fine. Like, you still won the fight without losing him, so like your bet paid off. And
And now
also,
I get in trouble for flying a car.
dude, but okay, so I'm really bad at online dating. Pro tip, uh don't have a bad picture. Have a good picture.
Did you have a bad picture?
I didn't have a bad picture, but I did like actually try and like had a good picture. Like, I took a good picture, and then like I had a couple other pictures from like when I went to camp. Like, because the other thing is that like if you have pictures of you doing things with people, it makes you seem more interesting than you actually are. Like you clearly put up the pictures of your like once in a lifetime sort of situations or like from vacation and stuff to make yourself seem interesting. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a very important part of it. And the thing is that like everyone knows that that's all that you're doing, but the fact that you go at all is enough for a lot of people.
Right. Because some people
Like
just don't do that
like
stuff at all, ever.
like going on vacation and taking a few pictures is 10 for 10 would recommend for your online dating profile.
See, that's the thing. I have not gone on enough vacations where I end up in pictures.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get on your picture taking game. Like, I have realized that this is the meta. And the only reason that I had pictures is because I had friends who had the foresight to take pictures. Oh, thank God for having female friends. Oh my God.
Right. Well, and I think
Like
that's
none of my
half of
dude
it.
friends ever take pictures ever. Like I don't think that you ever take pictures. Ev never takes pictures. Ian certainly never takes pictures.
I know. Next time we go to the UP, we're gonna need to make sure to get some pictures on like a rocky outlook over Lake Michigan or Lake Superior or some shit.
Yeah, or
So
like
I can use them in my online dating
dude, for, for
profile.
for our next romantic getaway together, yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah,
I
brother.
have a feel. So here's the thing. I have this like sinking suspicion that my mother thinks that I'm like in a gay relationship with you because we hang out all the time, and she's like, "How come you're not like, going out and dating?" And I was like, "I'm not, like interested in that. Like, I got hurt real bad last time, so like whatever." And like she's like, "Okay," and like that okay was like clearly he's not telling me something that he like wants to tell me but hasn't yet. And she's like progressive enough to be like that's fine and we still love you, but she's also like religious and conservative enough to be like, but also I'm not sure how I feel about it. So like I think it's genuinely hilarious to me. But I'm not in a gay relationship with you, so it's fine. Whether or not she believes that to be true, it is true.
I like didn't stop laughing the entire time you were talking. I just couldn't.
Dude,
Uh
it's pretty funny. But my mom is also just genuinely a ridiculous person. I don't necessarily want
yeah.
to go into it because I feel like I'll tell stories about my mom. People are like, your mom's shitty, but like, no, my mom's fucking great. I love my mom. Because I feel
Yeah.
like that happens. Like I tell stories about my mom, or my dad, or just people in general, and I tell stories that I think are interesting, which are usually the negative stories about people, and because of that, they're like, you hang out with terrible people, or your family's awful. I'm like, no, man.
It's
That's
just the
you.
funny shit
You
is
got
the
you got
awful
me all
shit.
wrong, dude. You got me all wrong. This is not what I. This is not. That's not the thing at all. It's not the deal.
I'm just like raiding teachers' bedrooms right
Look,
now
man.
for
This is how you.
fucking
This,
cards.
this is how you
Collectible
play.
trading cards.
This is how you play video games. And also, like, have you not played The Witcher 3, the greatest game of all time, in which Geralt goes on an adventure to play Pokemon cards? Can Geralt find the best card in the game, which is himself?
Really?
I,
Or
I
it's
don't know.
like The Witcher.
It's no, it's literally Geralt of Rivia, and I'm not actually sure that it's the best card in the game. Everett seems to think that it's not, but it looks really good. Like it's like really flashy.
Uh,
Um, but
so
I also just don't care about that game.
you do get a Harry Potter Witches and Wizards card after beating the game.
Too nice. Is it good?
I mean, you use it in a card combo, so yeah.
Too nice. So like, here's the thing about Harry Potter is that like he's totally like up there with like all of the best wizards in fiction just because of how prevalent he is and like how good of a character he is. At least in my mind.
And he can shoot lightning out of his eyes.
I mean, that's true of like a lot of wizards though. So like I don't necessarily count that like necessarily in his favor.
I don't actually know if he can shoot lightning from his eyes. I totally made that up.
I have a feeling that there's a spell in this universe that does that, and I have a feeling that Harry Potter like could learn it. And so like I'm not saying that he does or there's really a lot of use for that, but certainly that's something that like could exist.
I
It's
mean,
not
there's a
outside of the realm of
100%
possibility.
chance he could transform into a dinosaur and shoot something from his eyes.
Okay, so I don't that's I love the idea. So okay, so Turok is a game that I didn't play a lot of, but I did have a friend who had it, and I played it at a friend's house. And we were playing with all sorts of cheats enabled.
Hmm.
That game is fucking baller, and the second to last boss is a T-Rex with lasers and machine guns and missiles, and it's fucking cool as shit. And the last boss is a dude with a stick, and it's way fucking lamer. But the second to last boss is really fucking cool, and it's like one of my favorite fights in video games because
Hmm.
I had it one time, and I don't remember it very well, and I don't remember if it's any good or not. But rose tinted glasses say that shit's fucking cool as hell, dude.
So one annoying thing about this game is you run out of magic points, and then the only spell you can cast is Flipendo Uno, but they put it like in slot 3. Not slot 1, not slot 2, it's like slot 3. You spend most of your time casting that spell, and it's fucking a lot of button clicks.
Flipendo! Dude, it's Flipendo.
Yeah, you sort of lightly
You
push
flip
someone
them
away
on
from
their
you.
endo.
Mm, only if your undo is on 4 hundo.
Dude, I agree. I understand. Dude, Ron gained a new level too, dude. Everything's looking up.
Ron and Harry are secretly in a homosexual relationship with each other because they
Dude,
hang out too often.
dude, I have legitimately read that fan fiction.
I
Because here's the thing about
mean,
fan fiction. I once for in university, like okay, so I had to do this project where I had to like create a book, and I was like make a physical book, like do the printing and everything for it, and I was
mhm.
too lazy to like get my own shit and like write that much, and so I was just like, I'm just gonna write a compilation of bad fan fiction. And
Oh my
so I went
god, Ron,
to
stop hitting yourself.
I went to a bunch of websites and I found a bunch of just like young adult authors of fan fiction, particularly of the MLP and Harry Potter fan base. Although there was a Super Hulak, which is a fandom that exists for some reason.
That fandom
Uh,
is weird. Like,
and
as somebody who watched the super part of it for at least like 5 seasons,
yeah,
that fandom is weird.
I'm decently sure it's filled with thirsty teen girls. Because I don't think I know of anyone who seriously loves. Okay, so the thing about Sherlock is everyone loved that show for like the first 3 seasons, and then the fourth season came out, and everyone was like, "I think this was always dog shit."
I
And
didn't follow it at all, so I have no
I
clue.
enjoyed the first episode. The first episode was pretty fun.
I
And
didn't even
then
watch that.
it's just like really overwritten, and like Benedict Cumberbatch is like I'm ambivalent because a lot of people are like, I hate this guy, but I'm like, whatever. He seems like a nice dude, and like I'm not gonna try to fault him his success, but like eh,
I'm sure he's
the,
nice to his family.
the lesson from Benedict Cumberbatch is that anything unique can be sexy.
Yes, that is true.
Thank you, Brian David Gilbert for that joke. Just,
Yes.
but no, I had to like get a bunch of fanfics together for this assignment, and so I read a like, shitload of fanfic for like a month my junior year of college, and I still read fanfiction for reasons, but like none of it is quite
Masturbation.
that quality of fanfic. It's like really bad, and
It
the thing is
really
that
is.
I largely went to a Wattpad, which was okay. If you don't know what Wattpad is,
I don't.
Wattpad is a place where 11-year-olds write their fanfic.
Oh, that's bad.
It's like overrun with horny 11-year-olds who don't
Uh,
really understand at all how sex works. It's like, okay, so this is a hot
is
take,
that
and this is
where
gonna like
like the Sonic, the 600 chapter Sonic
I genuinely
shit
don't
came
know.
from?
I genuinely don't know, but I have a feeling that there is a version of that on Wattpad. Uh,
Probably,
that makes
because
sense, but like I don't actually know one way or the other. I do know that okay. So one of the things, and this is like maybe we should never ever come out to people and who we really are because of this story, but like there's a particular thing that happens in hentai where people talk about how oh his thing is scraping my insides. I'm like, that's not how that works. There's no scraping. What? 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 Scraping? Like, this is written by a virgin. And like nothing screams this was written by a virgin when you scream, ah, it's scraping my insides. Like, what?
Dude,
No.
it looks like one person stopped into the stream for 0.3 of a femtosecond.
And they heard me talking about scraping vaginas and they fucking bailed. Oh, feels bad.
No, unless you refreshed your thing around 6:18.
No, I have not refreshed.
Yeah, it popped up to 3 whole concurrent viewers. I'm still confused about where the second concurrent viewer is.
Is it you?
Is it me because I'm watching the stream? Because like I do have the stream running in the stream monitor to make sure the stream is running.
Dude, probably it's counting you. It's probably counting you and me, and that's it. There's 2 of us watching. Hooray!
Yeah, well, hey, there was a third for 0.3 of a femtosecond.
Dude,
YouTube suggested our video to one person, and they clicked on it, and they're like, "Nope, these faggots are dumb."
They're playing this ancient, irrelevant game, and they're talking about scraping vaginas. I'm out. Get me out of here.
I think the subject was whatever was before scraping vaginas.
I want to say it was Wattpad before that.
Yes, it was Wattpad and fan fiction.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're
Feels
sorry.
Extremely bad. Yeah, I apologize to you, random person, for ruining your experience and possibly your day. Oh, feels so bad.
Hey, I know Flipendo Duo now. Wanna see it?
Hell yeah, brother. It's gonna be like 30 seconds later, and I'm not gonna I'm barely paying attention to the screen.
Right. Me too. But it takes up a lot of the screen. You might see it.
Dude, I have faith.
I'll use it a couple of times in a row.
Okay, I think I may have seen it. I may have seen it. Oh right, you tried to use it for Ron. Oh dude,
Yeah.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Whoa!
The third version is a giant, massive tornado.
Dude, that's actually really cool. So okay, so this reminds me of Persona 5, where you know how the like Garu and Garudine look way different.
Yeah.
In the old games, they didn't. So like in like you know how Bufu is like a shape, and then by Bufudine, it's like you made a big tree.
Yeah.
In the old games, they were like, it's a block of ice, and if it's Dine, then it's a big block of ice, and it's like, this is fucking lame, dude.
Yeah.
Like there were a couple of cool animations. Like I prefer the Die for Me animation from Persona 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 4 shares that animation because like the teddy bear thing kind of, I don't know, it's like whatever. But like the Persona 3 animation for Die for Me is a bunch of like cards from Alice in Wonderland, which makes more sense to me thematically. Although maybe Disney was mad about it. Although
maybe.
I haven't read Through the Looking Glass, so I don't actually know if those things are referenced or anything. But
right. Also,
like
always
soldiers.
remember to drink potions out of bedpans that you find. They're always health potions. Don't worry about it.
Are you eating poop?
I mean, Harry Potter is. It's why he's a pooter.
Harry Potter is
eating pooter.
So the Chamber of Secrets is actually just the chamber where they keep all the health potions?
Yes.
Dude, you know what I'm really upset about is that eventually you're gonna have to go to the place with all the spiders, and I fucking hate spiders. I mean, like, this is like a 16-bit game, so like it's not gonna be a big deal.
Right. But even
still
Ron
fucking
is like, God, spiders. Also, I don't
spiders the
remember what
worst.
I was given by the Ah, yes, a misprinted Wendelin card. Okay, I know where to go. I have to talk to a painting of the witch in question, and she wants a misprinted card because
Dude,
I
I
don't
like
know,
how you
she's a
saved a
collector.
state on your totally legitimate hardware.
Don't I accidentally hit the wrong button on my totally legitimate uh handheld console, and it just flashed that text up for a second.
Oh,
Test
yeah,
text,
okay.
please
I
ignore.
get it. Test text, please ignore.
God, that's an ancient Reddit meme.
So here's the other thing though, is that like I was watching a different stream today, and they too were talking about their totally legitimate copy of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
They phrased it differently, but like they were like, yeah, this is like my totally normal DS that is running at 4 times speed, and my starter was Rhyperior, so like it's fine. It's all totally good.
Legitimate.
Yeah, it's totally good.
I like what Picaspri calls them, and I only call him Picaspri because this is like a public stream, and it would be rude to call him by the name he doesn't think is correct.
Pika Spray,
Picaspray. um,
but
but yeah,
it looks like Pika Spray.
it really does. And if you first learn about his content through his Pokemon videos, it's like, of course it's Pika Spray. It's like a chess joke or something, right? But no, it's not. Anyways, he calls them. He says he either got the cartridges from a their alternate dimension Pokemon games that he found at a yard sale.
I see.
Is what he calls them.
Ah,
I just like euphemisms for things. I
dude, you
said
got
that word wrong.
Verdimillious.
Did I? I haven't been
What
paying
it said,
attention.
dude. It's fine. I believe that it's okay. I think. How long is this game?
I'm doing like everything, and it would, I don't know, like maybe 5 hours.
Oh,
Like
dude.
it has a fair amount of replayability in like childhood,
Mm-hmm.
and like a good amount of stuff to like explore and look at if you're a child and haven't played the game before. Like this is actually a really good game. I love it. Um, and I played it for quite a long time when I was a kid. But if you're just playing it through once, you can finish the whole thing in like, I don't know, 6 hours, 5 hours, something like that. Here's Wendelin. She's gonna give me a baby spider.
Oh,
Yeah, you give the baby spider to Hagrid because Hagrid likes spiders. That's a plot point in the book.
I
Um,
don't remember that, but I.
he's the one who raised all or the big spider in the woods. He raised that spider
Um,
initially, and he was initially blamed for the attack on what's her
oh
nugget
yeah,
in the
because he's scapegoated.
yeah, because he was scapegoated by uh, Tom Riddle and accused of raising the animal that killed the girl, but it wasn't. Snakes are
Dude,
afraid of spiders or something, supposedly.
apparently the other languages they couldn't name Tom Riddle Tom Riddle.
Well, yeah, because they wanted it to be a
An acronym
or an
or
anagram.
anagram, yeah. And I don't know what all of they are. All of they are. I don't, dude. That's like the
Well, did
worst.
they have to change the spelling of Voldemort or something? Because that's the
Voldemort's
only
name
reason to
is
change the name of his
French.
like spawning character. Only reason to
Okay.
change the name of Tom.
Okay. So, in Spanish, it's Tom Sorvolo Riddle, but Riddle is spelled Ryddle,
Hmm.
and it translates to Soy Lord Voldemort. Uh,
Oh, because it's not just it's not Lord Voldemort
yeah,
that
it's
is
I
doing
am
it's
Lord
I
Voldemort.
am, and so they need to change the word name to be able to spell I am in whatever language.
Yeah, so French is Tom Elvis Jeducer for Je suis Voldemort.
Ooh.
Chinese is a bunch of characters and a bunch of characters again.
So
Tomuriru.
the green spell, you know how it's kind of like water ripples on the first level? It's a
Yeah,
cage on the second level.
it looked to me like a series of like poison things. Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
think
like
the
a
colors.
green energy cage at the second level. But yeah, I just like when things show a visual difference. It's why I was disappointed in Sunset Overdrive because the developers previously would like you got your gun up to the final rank and then it would do something like quite different, um, or like look pretty different at least. Yeah.
Dude, apparently Voldemort is just a French word.
Hmm. Is it moldy death?
It's a flight of death.
Uh, what a
Dude,
pansy.
you found Hermione.
Yup.
Dude, these portraits look like
Hot garb.
yeah. I mean it's a GBA game, so or is it GBA or GB?
GBC.
Oh, GBC. Dude, that's actually like honestly these sprites look really good for that
Oh yeah,
system.
for Game Boy Color, this is top tier. This is an
Like
amazing port of basically an old school RPG system with a fucking Harry Potter skin on top.
honestly, like this is like if you told me this is GBA, I'd be like this is like kind of bad. But the fact that this is GBC is actually fucking sweet.
Yeah,
Like there's like
the
I don't know, man.
GBA Harry Potter games went for a more no turn-based combat, and it was more like solve the puzzle with spells to move on to the next area. More along the lines of what the console, like the GameCube games were.
Dude, honestly, like
Um,
these tile sets are fucking sweet, and the colors all pop. Like the colors choices are all really good. Like the emblem, like the Hogwarts emblem in the main hall, that
mm-hmm.
looks so fucking cool, dude. Like they did such
Yeah,
a good job. Like this game looks actually like unbelievable for the system that it's on.
EA has artists.
Yeah, dude. At least it used to. I don't know what EA's doing these days other than just reprinting FIFA every year,
Right.
and everyone buys it
And
because
still
people like
putting
soccer for
FIFA
some
out.
reason.
Look, okay, I want to start a rant here. I got some like people who like to watch Premier League football and shit at
Mhm.
work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, got a spiked collar. Give it
Oh
to
yeah, brother.
my girlfriend and we'll have weird goth sex.
What?
You actually give it to this creep because he wants to put it on his cat.
Oh,
Anyways, what was I saying? Uh,
Premier League soccer. We were going on
yes,
a big old rant.
Premier League football. They like to watch. My problem is that the British invented the game and they started calling it soccer. The British then forgot they invented the game after the Spanish got really interested in the game, and the Spanish called it football because Spanish. And the British were like, you know what? We forgot we invented this game, so we're just going to call it football now. And then they make fun of us for calling it soccer, and I'm just like, guys,
I'm not here for it.
like
Can you not instead?
you invented the game, you called it soccer, and then what? At least
Yeah.
I had looked it up at one point or another, and that's what the story came out to. I don't know the exact reason for like. Also, this is a special spell you can learn only by checking this desk. Something I didn't know of when I was younger. Always wondered how you learned that spell.
I see. Dude, those enemies look like they were gonna just totally fuck you up.
Yeah, they probably would have.
Dude, is this Mr. Filch?
Yep.
Dude,
He's the.
that's pretty good. Like his sprite is actually like pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Like I
Like
said,
his
like the sprite work in this game like some of the portraits don't look that great, but at the same time, we're talking about Game Boy Color stuff. Like
Dude,
you're
look at the
comparing
floor
it
of
to
this
like
room. Dude,
Pokemon Gold.
yeah, dude, look at this fucking room. Like, it's so cool. They probably maxed the shit out of the textures in this game, dude.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the game isn't very long, and you don't need a bunch of like unique things.
Yeah.
So the animation for the teacher walking away was kind of bad. I don't remember it being that bad, but you know, this is a
Whatever.
perfectly legit copy of the game. I
I
doubt
have
there was any bugs or
her walk
errors.
cycle has no sprites in it at all, so
Yeah,
that's why it looks bad.
I think because it
She's
might
wearing
just
a gown, and so they were
yeah,
just like, let's just not even bother. It's not worth.
yeah. Oh god. This isn't going to work. I don't have any mana.
Uh-oh, you gonna fucking die? To these
If I
Mandrake?
stay in this fight, yeah, I'm going to get
Uh-oh.
Shrek'd, dude.
Get checked by the Mandrake. Dude, you have no mana. That fucking blows.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
didn't
do one damage
realize.
with your free spell. That feels really bad.
Yeah, some things are just resistant and you just don't deal damage, and it's super annoying. But it just set me back here, and let's check my status. I have all my mana back. Let's do this again.
Dude, did you just fucking die?
Yeah. This
I
game
mean,
does
like,
not
whatever.
treat death harshly, like,
No, it just
whatsoever.
like assumes that you need to get your mana back, so like it's fine, just die.
I didn't
Dude,
actually need to cast Informus, but that's what you get when it's the spell in the first slot. Sometimes you
yeah,
just
dude.
cast it.
Hmm.
But yeah, now that I can shoot orange light at this plant creature, which also declared sexiest creature of Castlevania by Brian David Gilbert.
Was the Mandrake really the top one? I don't remember.
The it was the Allura, Une, and the Mandrake, or honestly any plant type creature because you can make it sexy.
Okay.
That was his excuse. That's what the man said.
Dude, I believe you. Like that's the kind of thing that I believe without even thinking about it.
God damn it! I
Dude, I
casted
like how
Informus.
you're just like dodging all of these combats. Yo, what is that purple mushroom guy?
It's a
I,
purple mushroom shroom boy.
like he's really cute, and I want one.
Yeah, but you also probably like Tangela, like Brian David Gilbert like Tangela.
I do like Tangela, but not to the same level that he likes Tangela.
He has
Like it's not my favorite Pokemon where you dedicate an entire 10-minute song to it.
mm-hmm.
Uh like it's fine. Dude, I do have a favorite Pokemon though, and this is like a hot take, but I really like Mawile. I think Mawile is pretty cool.
I like Mawile. Shiku.
She cool, man. She's like, what if my hair was a mouth instead? And I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess.
I'm down to clown.
I'm extremely down. It's fine.
I got murdered. Dur, 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 dur.
Dude, I'm like really sad that Mega Evolutions are gone because Mawile was like really, really good for a while, and now it's dog shit again, and it feels real bad.
That sucks.
It does suck because like I like that Pokemon. Dude, did you fucking die to this turtle man? That sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, that's okay. Dude, look at the slug.
I'm gonna come back with
Yeah,
full mana,
dude.
full
Having fun
magic
is cool.
points, and I don't know.
Dude, that
Probably
fairy
call
just
it a
like,
stream after we finish up with this story point.
dude, all right.
I was, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the stream. I was kind of thinking of doing a shorter stream and then playing some Borderlands with you if you wanted to.
Dude, that sounds pretty. That seems cool. I'm down. Plus, I'm like kind of hungry and I want to eat again, so we can do that
Yeah,
too.
I'm probably gonna throw some pizza rolls in the oven during the
Dude,
break.
I got pizza today because the girl I was talking to was like, I was like, "What's your favorite food?" She's like, "I like pizza," and I was like, "Dude, I fucking want pizza," and I ordered pizza.
What kind of cop out answer to favorite food is
Dude,
pizza?
so like okay, so leading up to the conversation, I was like, "So how do you feel about tacos? Your answer is very important." And she's like, "I love tacos," and I was like, "Good, because if you didn't love tacos, I don't think we can continue."
Just like
and,
fuck you.
and I was like, "So what kind of is there any like dishes that you're particularly fond of?" And she's like, "Dude, I love pizza," and I'm like, "Dude, pizza sounds really fucking good. I want to get some right now."
There's
And then we
also
talked
this
about how she's deathly allergic to pineapple, and because we have different definitions of good pizza, because she can't eat pineapple without dying.
dude, that's really disappointing.
It is really disappointing. I fucking love pineapple on pizza. Like I used to be wrong about this, but
But
but now I have
you're
seen the
shown
light.
the light.
Dude, honestly, like barbecue sauce with like bacon, chicken, pineapple,
Mm-hmm.
it makes my dick rock hard. It's so good.
I can only get so wrecked.
I can only get so erect, but that level of erectness is guaranteed by bacon, chicken, pineapple, barbecue sauce pizza. Especially if it's like deep dish, like what I literally bought like a couple hours ago. So yeah, dude, did you kill all the mandrakes?
I captured them, and I just handed them back
Um,
to this weird lady.
did you capture them or did you kill them and give them back dead to this lady? And because they're plants, she'll just repot them and it'll be okay.
I don't know, but I'm gonna stand right here on the center of the Hogwarts emblem and be like, ba 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 ba.
Dude,
It's
she
the
she
end of the
gave you a new
stream.
spell. It is. What?
Yeah, she gave me a spell. I think maybe I don't know. I haven't
Dude,
played this game in a while.
like that fucking gargoyle is pretty cool, and this like emblem is
I
fucking
think you
sick.
can talk to them. Let me try. I swear they have something to say. Well, they have an item on them that you can pick up. So maybe they say something in the books or in the movie or something.
Dude, maybe.
And
I
I'm
don't
thinking of
remember.
that. Well, have a fabulous day to everyone who will never watch this video. I'm going to
Oh
be
yeah, bye.
saying that until we have like 100 subscribers.
That's gonna be a long time from now, considering we have two and it's us.
It's you and the person at work who only subbed because I'm following him on Twitch, so it's 100% a pity sub.
Dude, I'm about it. I'm about pity subs. Let's fucking go.
I mean, if we wanted pity subs, we could just follow Tom's advice, because I'm pretty sure that's all Tom does is either get pity subs or buy them off dudes in India.
I'm not gonna buy them off of dudes in India. This seems bad.
30,000 subs, $5. I
If
have
you
no
wanna
idea.
if you wanna do that, like that's fine, but I'm not gonna be about that life.
No, it's completely pointless because the entire point is to, have someone to
Actually develop a
interact with.
community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and interact with people while we're streaming, which
Yeah,
you
dude.
can't do if they're all fake accounts made in India or China or, I don't know, Florida. I feel like that's
Dude,
something somebody's doing in Florida.
I agree. Fucking Floridians.
How dare they think themselves part of the
Fucking
United States? Like,
Florida
God.
man, get the
Ugh.
fuck out of here.
We should have just
Let the Spaniards have it.
yeah, let the Spaniards have it. Uh,
Could you imagine if there's just like a piece of Spain that is Florida, just like hanging on the end of America? That shit would have been conquered eventually. It would have been like, oh, it's World War II and you're in a civil war. Fuck you, we're taking Florida.
right. Yeah,
Ugh,
we probably would have picked it up during that if it was still Spain's. But that would just
absolutely.
be so weird to have, like, I mean, I guess there's an entirely different continent or culture on the other side of the Mexican border.
There sure is, and like a pretty different culture
On
on
the
our Canadian
Canadian
side.
side, and we're
Although
very close to that.
they're just American culture, but 20 years back.
I don't think so. They're
No, it's not. That's just a joke from How I Met Your Mother.
really
Yeah, like
okay.
the reason that they said that was because they wanted to do an '80s song, like for
Oh
one of their actresses to be a part of. But if we're gonna end the stream, we need to do that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna talk bullshit about Himium.
well, we can just talk bullshit about Canada. I had something to say about Canada.
Dude,
I was just going to say it's weird to consider Canada a different like culture because there like there's all the jokes about like the UP light
yeah,
or
dude.
like the UP is Canada light or Wisconsin is basically Canada and we're just surrounded by all of that constantly and it's like
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
And the thing is that like I follow like a few Canadian streamers and YouTubers or whatever, and for the most part, if they didn't say that they were Canadian,
You
I
just
wouldn't have
assume.
known that they were Canadian because none of the people that I follow have like what I would consider to be Canadian accents. Partially
Right.
because most of them just live in the Pacific Northwest, like Toronto area. Or
Mhm.
not, it's not Toronto, British Columbia in
Vancouver.
general. Yeah, Vancouver. It's the Vancouver area.
Yeah.
And like
Well, that's where
uh
Linus Tech Tips is based out of, and that's one of my main kind of Canadian sources of existence. Like,
yeah,
that's where
and
the
like
Canada comes into my brain.
yeah, dude, and I used to live in the Pacific Northwest and the people in Vancouver and the people in Seattle are like they're not the same, but like they're the same. There's a Pacific Northwest vibe that just kind of like transcends that
Hmm.
border.
Yeah.
Because everyone in the Pacific Northwest is like I came back from the Pacific Northwest and they're like, you are so fucking hipster. And I was like, no, this is what happens when you're not hipster and you live in the Pacific Northwest and then you come back, is that it has brushed onto you in small amounts, but you know what a real hipster looks like.
Right. You're like, I'm not a true hipster, but I understand where you're coming from.
I get it.
I'm
Like I have
about
a
as
beard and I wear a
hipster
beanie, but
as,
like
like, Michigan gets.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Dude.
I think that's good. I got in another fight, but we're just gonna end it.